Welcome, 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 everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for Funnel Fridays. This is Dawn Maree, the Bullioness, and we're going to get started here. It is week 8. Now, if you're brand spanking new to At Cost Metals and utilizing the AdvNav app that was designed specifically to catapult your business to the very next level, you are in for a treat. It doesn't matter that this is week 8 because we offer redundant information. And today's message is going to be about how you can personalize the app and do some really fun things to make it even more like there's a special article that you want to share with someone or so forth. So many really cool things you can do. We do this every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, and we're excited to have you on board. Definitely tell your teams to join us in the future. This is really important information, and we purposefully have it on Fridays so that it's close to our end of week. After this finishes up in the next 45 minutes, you still have about 36 hours to finish strong for the week. Make sure your team is cycling. And by the way, the reason why that we started a few minutes late today is because we just finished off a leader call. And if you haven't had an opportunity to log into your back office, definitely do so at Cost Metals is what I'm talking about. Log into your At Cost Metals back office and look at your personal referrals. Now you're going to be able to see how many points they have left and how many points they have right. Literally every week, the dashboard and back office is getting populated with new information. It's all leading up to the soft launch or the launch event on October 4th and 5th. We're still in soft launch, guys. So it's exciting times, and it's especially exciting that we have this fantastic app that can help us hit the pavement running even before At Cost Metals launches. So utilize this valuable time to hit and reach out to people before the actual launch, because those out there that want to be pioneers are going to want this. So today we have a dedicated staff at RapidFunnel that helps us with the trainings every week. And today we have our tech support Steffi on the Zoom, and our account executive Jen is at a convention. She was at it last week. It's some conventions going on. So she has pre-recorded this, and she is phenomenal. Her story is amazing. She is a top leader at another network marketing company and has been there for 30 plus years. I mean, how many people are able to have that kind of a success with longevity at one network marketing company? Even so, she met Patrick, saw the vision of Patrick reaching out and getting this app to all the network marketers, and she fell in love with it. And so she decided that she would help Patrick spread the word. And we are so blessed that she is our account executive. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that you can watch this video. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute out, but I believe you'll still be able to hear the computer volume. So once the video starts, I'm asking for your assistance. If you do not hear anything, please type something in the chat box that we do not hear the video, and then I'll be able to correct it. But I don't want to have my mic hot while I'm doing this. Okay, here we go.
type of a business is digital tools just are not. Well, hey everyone, it's Jen Hageman, and I am your RapidFunnel account executive with your Advancement Navigator app. And I am going to be going through a training today with the recorded video. Sorry, I can't be here in person today, but today we are going to be talking about customizing and personalizing your app, which is really fun. We are going to be talking about personalizing your app, and I'm just going to go through some slides briefly here, and then I will open the app up and show you some of the features, which it's really pretty powerful. And remember, for those of you who are on the standard version, this is all free, which if you were to go out and purchase a subscription to a digital business card, they're kind of pricey. So it's a really cool feature. So some of the difficulties that are going on with people when they get started in this type of a business is digital tools just are not meant to be customizable. They're not meant to be personal and authentic. They're really designed to be kind of a whole broad brush that anyone can use. So having a way to be present digitally and have it be personal and have it be authentic is absolutely huge. And so here's another dynamic that frequently happens. One of the main reasons that people don't think that they can do this business is because they see that there is a lot going on in the digital world. There's a lot of technology being used, and they frankly just don't have the bandwidth for it. They just don't think that they're that kind of a person. They are not sure where they would learn how, and they just can kind of shut down. So one of the cool things about your Advancement Navigator app is that you can show someone, hey, you don't have to be tech savvy. We've already got this app built for you, and it's going to be right on your phone, which is really cool. And the third thing that oftentimes, if you have been around for a while, you might have thought about this, but most people that are new aren't really thinking about the importance of branding themselves. And I'll just share one thought process with you. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. It's really as simple as that. That is their preferred place to do business. And there's a way to cast a wider net and have more people know you, find out if they like you, and learn if they trust you by using digital resources. You've got a lot of digital resources on your app, but you can have them be personal so that people really feel that connection with you. And I'm sure you've experienced this in your own life where you're following someone that maybe you haven't actually met online, but they're so good at presenting themselves that you feel like you know them and you feel like you're a good friend with them. That kind of fostering of a relationship can be done here with your app. And one of the first places to start is your digital business card. So I will show you how you can upload your picture and how to personalize your links so that people can find you on Facebook or LinkedIn or WhatsApp or wherever you happen to be on social media where you want people to be able to just click and reach and find you. There's also a way to create personal calendar invites, and then you can leverage by having your own personal resources. So you're able to have links that you put in. Let's just say, for example, and I'll show you this, let's just say that you find something online that you think is really powerful. It's a story, it's a website link that is an article that you really want to be able to share with people, and it doesn't happen to currently be in your app. You can put that into personal resources, share that with somebody, and that link is trackable. The app is still going to tell you, even though that's a resource that you created, the app is going to tell you whether they opened that or not, which is huge. And then we also have, if you take a look, we talked about this in training workshop number 1, putting in your personal rep ID so that when someone does click on something and they follow you through and they're looking at your information, they're connected to you as their rep through your home office and through the app, so that when someone clicks on something, it's got your link in it, and you've got to put that into the app, and we'll show you that. And then setting up your social sharing button. So again, like I said a minute ago, depending on where you are on social, you want to make sure people find you, not someone else with the same name on Facebook or on LinkedIn. And the best way to do that is to put them into your digital business card. So what I'm going to challenge you with, and I'm sure that Dawn will do a workshop after this video is played, but I really want to challenge you to take the time to personalize your business card. Put some buttons in there. Now she's preloaded, she and Antoine have preloaded the app with some really powerful buttons, and I'll show you those in just a second. But put your own personal ones in. And the way you do that is you go to your desktop version of the app, you log in using the same credentials, and there's a spot where you can add a button and you can add something in there that's personal to you. So definitely do that. And I'm going to show you another quick trick. And then if you are enjoying the app and you're finding that you're loving it, I would love to have you leave a review. You can just click on one of these QR codes and leave a review in the App Store. And you got to make sure that you log into either your Apple App Store or your Google account first, and then just click the review button. And you know what would be real? I mean, obviously we want a 5-star review, right? Of course. So, but what would really help other users or other people considering this is if you cite something specific, something that you maybe were challenged with before, that this app has been a solution for you with. And so the more specific you can be, the easier it is for the person reading the review to relate. So we'd appreciate it if you'd take a moment and do that. That would be awesome. So let me stop sharing my screen and reshare so that I can go to your app. And I just want to show you a couple of really cool things that are just magical, frankly. So here is your app. And if you click, I'm going to go very slowly so you can see what I'm doing. If you click on, I'm going to show you how to find your digital business card. And I'm going to start at the beginning. Let's go back to the home page. There are several ways to get to your digital business card. One way is to simply click on resources right here, which will bring you to the page that I was just at a moment ago. And your digital business card is this right up here. But if you want it trackable, remember, you have to be in a contact and share your digital business card through a contact for the app to track whether that contact clicked on that digital business card and clicked on your link. So let me walk you through that process just so that anyone new can see what that is. So again, to get to a contact, you can come here and go to contacts right on the bottom, click on that. And when you open a contact, we'll just open this top one here, Steffi Test. If you click on that, let's just say I wanted to share the digital business card with her. What I would do is I would come here and click on Send Resources because the digital business card is considered a resource. I would click on that, and there's your digital business card. It's right here at the top. So if I wanted to share it and send it, I would do the same thing that you do with any other resource. You click on this button right here. It changes color so that you know it's been selected. And then the app tells you down here, okay, what ways do you have to connect with this person? And in this case, we've got a cell number so we can text, and we could connect through social media. So if I wanted to text my digital business card, I would click on that link and a text message opens up and it will load her name ideally, and I'm not quite sure why that's not doing that, so I've got to check into that. But it would send this message to her, and you can edit this. Let's just say you decided that you wanted to add something personal. Maybe you're sending it to someone that you happened to just see yesterday, hadn't seen them in a long time, and you want to make sure that you add that little piece. You can come up here, you can put the cursor at the beginning, and you can edit this text, which is huge. So if you want to also just take a look at how to edit your digital business card, which I encourage you, that's going to be part of your workshop after this is done, you want to come down here and click the More button. And this is how you find it on the app. You click the More button, and then you come up here and you click on Settings. And when you click on Settings, this is where you can check that all your information is correct. So first of all, the first time you do this, this picture won't be here. There'll just be a camera icon. If you click on that, the app is going to ask you, can I have access to your photos, or do you want to take a photo right now? Either one, you can either take a photo right there and then, or you can access your photos and pull a photo in and put a photo on there, because you know what? I love seeing people's photos. It helps remember who they are. If it's someone that I really know and love, I mean, it's fun to see their picture when I look at their contact. So put a photo in here that's easy for people to see and understand and recognize that it's you. That's part of it. But then the other thing to do is you want to scroll down and make sure that everything is correct. Now, you don't have to have every field in here filled out. So, for example, if you don't want a street address, but you just want someone to see that you're in Colorado so they know what time zone you're in, you would just simply click this edit button. Hang on. Just click this edit button, and then you can adjust where you are at. Now, I'll show you in a second how to actually change your time zones, and so that part is correct. But if you come down here, you will see that you have a lot of fields. Here is your referral code, if you are using referral codes. If you are using the training feature, you can put your upline success coach's email in here so that you can be sending your information to your success coach. You can put your Facebook URL right here. You can put your Twitter, you can put LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp, whatever you happen to use. So you don't have to put all of these in, but whatever ones you happen to use, you can put in. And let's just say you're on Facebook, but you never check Messenger, or you never really check Facebook, and you don't really want people reaching out to you there. Don't put that in, because this is a digital business card. This is what people are going to be using to actually contact you. So if you have any questions about how to actually upload these links, every platform is just a little different. That's where Google's your friend, in my opinion. You can just go, how do I find my address for my Facebook? How do I find my address for my Twitter? How do I find my address for my LinkedIn? And there'll be a tutorial. Samsung and Android and Apple are a little bit different in terms of where things are. So depending on your phone, it's going to depend a little bit on how that process works. So if you then go through if you come up here to account settings right here, that's where you can adjust a few more specifics. And the most important one probably to pay attention to is down here at the bottom, your time zone, because that tells the app what time zone you're in, and it adjusts things for you so that everything makes sense in your own time zone. So that would be the most important one to take in. But this is also where you can put your email in. You can have a phone if you want to have a phone. Whatever number you want to have in there, you can have in there, but it's not a requirement. If you want people to contact you by email, you could just put your email in. If you want people to contact you by WhatsApp, you can just have your WhatsApp in that other section. Then just remember, you have to click save to save it. And then when you save it, it will save it, and it's right there ready for you to go. So I wanted to show you a couple of really cool things about your digital business card. If you come here and you click on resources right here, you can come to your digital business card. And the cool thing about these is that you have a QR code, which is what makes it a digital business card. If you click on that, that QR code is right here. Now, there are a couple of things you can do. You obviously can download it right here, okay? Not a problem there. But one of the coolest tricks I've ever seen is that you can take a screenshot of this with your phone and have this as a picture and save this. So, for example, if I were to come and do a screenshot of this right now and save that to my photos, I can say done. And I can say save to photos, save it as a photo, and then I can go into my phone and I can save that photo as my desktop photo right there. So it's front and center. So when I'm out and about, I don't have to go scrolling through stuff. I don't have to open an app. I don't have to do anything. I can just show them my phone, get it from being asleep, wake it up again, show them my phone and my QR code. They can just scan it right there and take a picture of it, which is fabulous. So really, really quick. Love that tip. And it just helps out so much when you're, like, if you go to an event or you go to a group setting or something, you don't want to be, how much time do we spend searching through our phone to find stuff, right? Your digital business card, if you save it as a photo and put it as your wallpaper or your desktop background, or put it someplace whatever your phone opens up really quickly, it's right there ready to go. So I wanted to just show you a few other things with your digital business card because you've got some great features here. So if you open your card, this is where when you went into settings and you put all of your social links, this is where they get put. So that when someone gets your digital business card, they can see, oh, I could follow her over here on Facebook. I could follow her on Instagram. I know where to find this person, and then just click on that icon and it's going to bring it in. But here's the cool thing about your particular app that's awesome. Your leaders have loaded some fabulous, fabulous buttons. And let me tell you what happens with these buttons. You've got some great videos. You've got the comp plan right here. You've got a documentary with this, the history of money. When people are kicking around and just they get your digital business card, they load it and they look at it and they see a card like this. First of all, it's very professional. Secondly, curiosity is going to get the best of them, and they're going to sit there and they're going to start and poke through and see what you've got on your card. They're going to check it out, and you'll find that by having a number of different buttons here with things for people to look at, you'll find that people will just start kind of going through stuff. And that will, the link's going to tell you, which is awesome. You're not going to be blind. So you're going to know that someone clicked on the link. The link is going to tell you, and they have a chance of actually just learning quite a bit about what you're doing just from your digital business card, which saves you so much. It's extraordinary. So two other things I just want to add. One is that if you go to the desktop version, there's a way to add a button and, you know, add some of your own buttons if you would like to, but you guys, it's already done for you. It's already beautiful and comprehensive. So that's up to you. That's optional because you already have a beautiful card made for you. So, but just know that if you go to the desktop, you can do that. And I wanted to just spend a minute because I know that in the earlier part, I had talked about personal resources. That's something that I want to just share with you quickly on how to do. When you're here on the resources tab, and again, there's a couple ways of getting to resources. One of them is here on the front page. You can click on resources here. And then another way is if you are in a contact. So we'll just click on this top one here. When you're in a contact, you have this send resources button. If you click on the send resources button, your digital business card shows up right there. Your At Cost Metals shows up right here, and your sharing your app shows up right here. Up in the top, those are your so-called company resources. Those are all the ones that have been preloaded, but you can load some personal ones too. So like I was saying earlier, if you click on that personal tab, you can load some personal things. So let's just say you find an article that you find really interesting and it just speaks to you and it's something you want everyone to hear about or to read or to know about. You can then just click on this button right here that says add new and then give it a title so you know what it is. Give it a subject. You can edit this text right in here so that it makes sense. And let's just say it's something from a website that you found really interesting. You would just put the link right in here, and then you would click the save button. And you are going to want to give it a category so that you know where to find it. But that way you can be having some personal resources on your app that you're sharing. Something that really speaks to you that you want to share is really helpful. So hopefully that was helpful for you in terms of personalizing your whole app. You know, one of the other things I will just share with you too is that your leadership has done such a great job with this app. It's really amazing. So if you come back to your home page, the way you get to your home page is you come up here. You don't have to go all the way back, but I'm going to go back here just to show you so that you know. If you come down here to coaching and you click on the coaching button, you will find that there are so many great trainings on here. And if you click particularly on the Advancement Navigator app training right here, your leadership has put some powerful trainings in here. So you can scroll down and you can see, for example, there's a whole training down here that Dawn did that's outstanding on your electronic business card, how to use it, how to customize it, how to do everything that you would need. So there's also a great training on requesting a three-way call. But particularly as it pertains to this week, take a moment and watch this extra training that's here right on your app on the electronic business card, because it's a really great training and it will answer a lot of your questions, and you'll be able to sort of play it back a number of times and figure things out. But again, as Antoine said weeks ago, you can't break the app. So go in there, put yourself in as a contact, go into your digital business card, and I'm just going to remind you how you get there one more time. Hang on one second, if my phone will go back. Sorry. You come down here to this More button right here. And then on the More button, you come up here and you click Settings, and that's where you can change your picture right here, and you can put all of your personal information in down here. So that's the primary place that you would make any changes. Customize your digital business card. Remember that your digital business card, people are thrilled to have a digital business card. It makes their life so much easier, because if you think about it, you're sitting there talking to someone, you're trying to give them your phone number. Maybe you're both on the same kind of phone and you can share a contact with somebody, but being able to scan a QR code is so much easier. So it gets all of your information plus all of those buttons with some great educational material for them to poke through at their convenience. And believe me, they will, because curiosity will get the better of them, because no one's got a digital business card like you do with this app. I mean, it's beautiful. And your leadership has preloaded it with some fantastic resources. So take advantage of that. Make this digital business card your own, and then have fun sharing it. You know, have it as a goal, maybe that once a day you're going to share your digital business card with someone. You know, pick a number, any number will do, but just get out there and start sharing it, and you'll start to see that you'll experience some cool results. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now. And thank you so much for jumping on to a Funnel Friday and getting some great training. I trust that you are having a fun time with the app, and we look forward to answering any questions you have. And I'm sure that you'll have fun in the workshop if you pull out your phone, open up your app, and actually do the activities that are suggested, because that makes the difference. Open the app, get familiar with it, use it, and that will help you get comfortable with it, so that then implementing the resources that are available and using them will be huge. So thanks, everyone. Have an awesome day, and we'll connect next time. Take care.
All right, sorry, I could not get the mute off. Okay. Let's see if I can stop this feedback and share my screen really quickly again. So that was fantastic information on how you can personalize. And I want to just kind of go through a few things with you to show you, and even show you a little bit on the desktop, which normally we only do trainings via the app. So let's flip this over here. All right. Now you should be seeing my app. Excellent. Okay. All this technology stuff. Okay, so here is your dashboard, as she was saying. And I just want to show you really quickly. And by the way, what we're going to do is I'm just going to do this little work session, and then I'll open it up to Q&A. And we do have Steffi from Tech here, but we don't want to get into in-depth tickets or anything like that. If you can qualify your questions more around, hey, does the app do this, does the app do that kind of thing? That's really what we're looking for to be able to help you to get to utilizing it. So for the business card, as she was saying, the very first thing you're going to want to do when you log in, you're going to want to go to the more button. So go ahead and do that now. And if you have not set up all the information, then that is your goal for today. Now, if you could get it done in the next few minutes, that would be great. But as you can see here, you have social media links here. And if you want those populated on your business card, then fill them out. Now, you may not use TikTok. And if you don't use TikTok, you just leave it blank. You may not use Twitter. And if you don't use Twitter now known as X, then you leave it blank and it doesn't even show up as a button. So it doesn't bother. It's not a big deal if you don't have it. This one's really cool because WhatsApp is so popular. It's a great way for people to also reach out to you in addition to text messaging or calling you. So definitely do the WhatsApp URL. Make sure, I know I say this redundantly each time, this field right here is so important. It says your referral code, username. In other words, at Cost Metals, we call it a referral code. Other companies call it a username. It is the name or number that you chose when you signed up at Cost Metals. This needs to be, as it shows here, a name, not a URL, because we've already done the programming for you in the back of office. So just put the name in, and it's okay for you to make it look good, aesthetically pleasing with upper and lower case. It's going to work either way. I like aesthetically pleasing upper and lower because it helps a person to actually see what it means, if it's 3 or 4 words smushed together. And then I'm not sure if she mentioned this. I don't think she mentioned, but if you do have a calendar, whether it's a Google Calendar or it's Calendly, whichever one you use, you can put the link there and people can book Zooms with you or calls with you ahead of time. It's just a great way to be a little bit more formal because you don't want to miss a call. And what if you're on another line when a prospect shows up and wants to talk to you about this great project that we have called At Cost Metals? So give them another opportunity, especially if they're in a different time zone. Maybe they're across the pond in Europe and they want to book something out for you tomorrow. So consider that. There's a lot of calendars that are free. And then this up here, this upline success coach, that is when either you don't have time to check your app, or if you have someone on the team that's not technical and doesn't have time to check the app, this would be perfect for you to put in either yours, if you are the mentor, or your upline's email. And what that's going to do is that's going to send them a push notification and an email that says, in this case, this account is Joe's. And if it was my email in there, it would say, hey, Dawn, Bob just watched a whole bunch of videos and he is a prospect of Joe's. Please contact Joe to remind him to follow up. So you're going to prod him like, hey, you got a fish on the line. Make sure you follow up, because we all know the fortune's in the follow up. This is where she was saying you don't have to put your address in, or it's not going to say your whole address anyways. But if you just want to be known as the country that you're in, you don't even have to put the state or province, etc. And then up here is where you're going to click account settings and update your phone number, email, and time zone. Make sure that the time zone is correct to your time zone. And then what that means is when you do that, all the events are going to show up at the right time. Otherwise, they're going to be converted wrong and you're going to be joining events at the wrong time. All right. So let me go ahead now and from the computer, see if I could share a screen to show you if you ever wanted to go in I don't think it's necessary, but for the sake of this training, if you ever wanted to go in, I'm going to the resources and I'm going to click on this over here to see it. As you can see, we have already pre-populated our business cards with 10 different buttons. But if you ever wanted to change that up and create something, maybe, remove some. Oh, this says test. That's it. Oh, they tested it. So see how it says test at the very bottom? You can always do that yourself. So let's go ahead and let me show you. You have to log in to the app or the website at I believe you can see this. Okay, if you are seeing this advancement navigator, it says, welcome back, Joe. Please let me know. Maybe I have to talk over here. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys can hear this or not. I mean, I know you can hear me. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm confusing myself. I have too much stuff on my screen. Okay, we are live. Let's do this. From the desktop, you are at my.rapidfunnel.com. You have logged in there. And what you're going to do is you are going to scroll down to where it says settings. If you ever want to update your digital business card, change out a button, you're just going to do this. Click on settings. Now my internet is quite slow, so I'm going to have to stall. This is why we don't usually do the website, but because this can only be done on the website, I wanted to share it with you. Once your settings comes up, this is where you can also, if you wanted to, we have a lot that prefer to work off of computers. The app is much more streamlined, but you can do some things on the website. So here, this is where you could also fill out your information. I want you to look to the right here. It says Manage Digital Business Card. I'm going to click on that. And it's going to open it. So you can see it's trying. It's going to open it up to where you're going to see those buttons again, those 10 buttons. Now there's only 10 buttons available. So if you did want to change something up, you're going to have to remove something. And I would advise that you don't ever delete like the overview, the comp plan, any of the basics. So here's all Joe's information. And here is I would recommend that you don't do any of these. Like you can do this test one. Oh, actually, this was the join button. So on yours, don't change that one out. But like if you wanted to change one out, maybe the testimonial would be one, or silver will make you a millionaire. I want you to review these in the app before you change anything to see which one can go, because each of us like different things. But let's say if it was a testimonial, I could either hit delete or I can hit edit. So let's just show you. I can click edit. And then if it's a company tab, I can go ahead and change it to something else by clicking this arrow right here. Again, I'm not going to wait for it. Forgive me. There we go. It's excruciatingly slow. But then you could choose from all the different things that we offer. And it says open link in a new tab. I recommend that you keep that checked as well. When you're done changing the buttons out, all you have to do is click save. If you mess up, all you have to do is click set to defaults and it's going to go back. Like if you saved it and then an hour or two later, you realize that wasn't a good move, just open it back up and click set to defaults and you can always go back. Very good. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and share again the app. So if anyone has a question, go ahead and type it in the chat box or go ahead and raise your hand. And I will go ahead and look for your questions. And if not, it's a fantastic Friday. Do we have anybody that has a question? Are you going to make it easy for me? You know, the leader call was amazing. And we've got so many really cool things that are going to be happening here shortly at the launch. So it's something to get super excited about. I want to make sure that you guys are finishing strong and that you are aware that we have this time to get it done before the launch, because there's going to be a huge floodgate opening on October 6th, the day after the convention, where everyone's going to be joining us. So you're going to want to be part of that. You're going to want to have people be able to find you online. And what a great way to do that than to do it through the Advancement Navigator. Do you have any questions? All right, let's see if we have a questions. All right, here I'm finally seeing the chat. Wow, this is really great stuff. Too much to remember. Hopefully it's being recorded so we can access it and review it multiple times. How do we see it again? And so here's how you do it is this is being live streamed. And wherever you saw this posting at, we have several Facebook groups and Telegram groups where I post this. You'll see a recording of this being posted there. But in addition, on the app itself, check this out. Under coaching at the bottom here, you can click on this and look for Funnel Fridays training. Go here and you'll be able to see every week. You can catch up all the different weeks and watch it. You can also watch it from YouTube. So however you want to do it, I'll be posting the link shortly for YouTube. But this actually is a very user-friendly app. And if you're just getting started, don't worry. Go at your own pace. Click everything. You can't break it. All is well. Well, it looks like we don't have any questions. So I just want to encourage you to figure out how many people are you going to be reaching out to today? How many people are on your chicken list that you want to share with, that you would admire their business acclimaté and would love to hear their feedback about this, but you've been a little too chicken to approach them? Why don't you pick up the phone today and say, hey, there's something that's crossed my desk, something that's come into my circle of influence or energy field that I absolutely have fallen in love with. And I would love to get your feedback on it. Can you please just take a few minutes of your time to review a video in the next 24 hours, give them a time limit, and then give me your honest feedback? Because I'd like you to know it's about gold and silver. And right now, with everything happening with inflation and the dollar devaluing, it couldn't be better timing. So can you do me that favor and see if they can do it? Make the call quick. Don't get into personal information. You're out the door. You thought of them. Send them a compliment. Explain what you're calling for and get off the phone. And of course, text it to them. So thank you guys so much for joining us. That concludes week 8 for Funnel Fridays. We'll be back next Friday. Jen will be back, and her trainings are always so valuable. So thank you again for joining us, and invite your teams to join us next time.